Khalid states that 8 US lawmakers have written to Indian ambassador in Washington, D.C. pressing New Delhi over the continued detention of Umar Khalid, who has spent more than 5 years in jail without trial under India's anti-terror law. This letter, led by Jim McGovern and Jamie Raskin, urges Indian authorities to grant Umar Khalid bail and ensure a fair and timely trial. While stressing respect for India's democratic institutions, the lawmakers questioned how Khalid's prolonged pre-trial detention under the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, which is the UAPA, aligns with international legal standards. They also sought an explanation for why his trial has yet to begin more than 5 years after his arrest. Siddhant, back to you. How has the Indian government responded to the concerns raised by the US lawmakers? Do we know of that yet? And if not, how are they going to respond in future?
Well, 8 U.S. lawmakers seek bail, a timely trial for Umar Khalid held under UAP. In fact, these U.S. lawmakers have written to Indian ambassador in Washington pressing New Delhi over the continued detention of activist Umar Khalid, who has spent more than 5 years in jail without trial under India's terror law. Now, the letter, led by Jim McGovern, Jamie Raskin, urges Indian authorities to grant Khalid bail and ensure a fair and timely trial. Now, other signatories include Chris Holland, Peter Welch, Pramila Jayapal, Riots, etc., etc. Now, while stressing respect for India's democratic institutions, the lawmaker questioned how Khalid's prolonged pre-trial detention under the Unlawful Activities Act aligns with international legal standards. They also sought an explanation for why his trial has yet to begin more than 5 years after his arrest. In fact, McGovern amplified in the letter the appeal in a social media post he made, saying he had met Khalid's parents in Washington earlier this month, and he also mentions that he is in jail in India for 5 years without trial. And now he's saying that we are urging the Indian government to grant him bail and a timely trial in line with the international law. So Umar Khalid is behind the bars from last 5 years. Perhaps many times international campaign have been done to get Umar Khalid out on bail. But this is perhaps for the first time that the 8 U.S. lawmakers have written letters to the Indian ambassador in Washington, urging him to provide timely trial to the Umar Khalid and release him on bail.
Right, Siddhant, thank you so much for sharing that very crucial input with us. Viewers, as you can see on your screen, CNN News 18 has exclusively accessed a copy of the report, as you can see it on your screen right now.